Yeah, hello everyone. So today we will discuss about Amazon S3. So here we have the different topics which we gonna learn. Yeah, so starting with what is S3. So Amazon S3 is a simple storage service. Uh, is AWS object storage service. Think of it like an infinitely scalable hard drive in cloud where you can store any type of files. So why S3 matters for data work? So it has certain properties like unlimited storage, extremely durable, pay only for what you use, works with everything, access from anywhere. So yeah, unlimited storage, you can upload as many as files, which is from kilobytes to petabytes also. So it is also extremely durable. So the data is replicated around multiple facilities. So durability is around 99.119 percentage, and pay only for what you use. So there will be no upfront cost. The amount of data which you will store in S3, that much amount you have to pay, and it's works for with everything. So with uh, you can integrate different AWS services like Lambda, Glue, Athena, etc. With the S3, we will learn these about in our further videos. Yeah, access from anywhere. So you need to just use the web console or command line, or you can use any code from any programming language to access S3 service. So yeah, uh, how S3 organizes data. So everything in S3 is inside buckets, which is known as containers, and each file is called an object. So let's understand buckets. So here is the structure. Yeah. So let's suppose this is our AWS account and we have buckets. So there are certain naming convention which we have to follow. So yeah, bucket is a uh, of like a folder at the highest level. But the most important thing are like buckets names are must be globally unique. So this means if someone in the world has already created a bucket called my bucket, my data bucket, so you won't be available to choose that name. So there are some bucket naming rules, like uh, my bucket. This is too generic. Maybe it will be taken by someone else. My here, my M is capital, so no uppercase letters are allowed. Here we are using underscore, so underscore is also not allowed. Periods are also not allowed. So what will work? Yeah, so this type of naming convention will work. And yeah, so what are the recommended naming patterns? So like this way. So this this is the naming pattern which we can uh, follow while creating any new bucket. So solo coders, like your name or brand name, and what will it store? It will for in our case, the one which we are taking the example of, in which it is storing raw file. So raw file is the file which has no any transformation, which we don't. In raw file are basically files in which it is same as the real one. There are no transformation done on these raw files. So environment, dev, and what is the year 2025. So examples will be from this naming pattern. The example will come like solo coders brand name, the data for raw, the environment is dev, and year is 2025. So yeah, okay. And other example is like curated. So curated means the process data. So we are storing process data in prod in year 2025. Solo coders backup files for 2025. So these are the examples of the buckets. So when creating a bucket, key settings are explained. When you will, I will show you in the console also. So we will get these options while creating the bucket. So yeah, bucket name. So you need to choose the bucket, the region. So we generally pick US East one for the lowest cost and earliest feature releases. Uh, and we generally choose the closest to our users or applications. Okay. And yeah, object ownership. ACLs disabled. This is the by default feature. Uh, this is modern and simpler way to manage permissions. Block public access. So we need to keep all the four boxes checked. I will show you this. And bucket versioning. So for now, we will keep it disabled to avoid extra storage costs. And yeah, we can enable it later. So encryption. So we need to enable server-side encryption. This encrypts your data at rest automatically, and it's free also. And it always enable this for sensitive data. So bucket key enable this. It reduces encryption requests cost. No downside, saves our money. Okay. So yeah, working with objects and keys. So before uh, object and keys, I will show you how to create a bucket. Yeah, so this is our S3 uh, dashboard. So we will click on the create bucket option, and there are multiple options. So yeah, we will choose the general purpose for now, and we will take any name from here, like this one, and we will just paste here. Yeah, okay. Now we will choose ACL disabled, and we will check all the four options. For now, bucket versioning is disabled. We don't need to add tags for now. We will enable this service side encryption. Bucket key will be enabled. Yeah, now we will. And for now, we will just click on create bucket. Yeah, so this is how our bucket looks like. Okay, so in further here we can create a new folders and all. So let's continue with our uh, working with objects and keys. So an object is simply a file stored in S3. Yeah, it could be a CSV, JSON, image, video, anything. Okay. So what makes up an object? So it has three parts: the data itself, the actual file content, the metadata, the information about the file, and a key. So it will be a unique key or address or path to find the particular object. Okay. So yeah. So one thing to know. So here what you are observing is there are multiple folders and we have files. But this is not the case in the S3. The forward slashes are just characters in the name. These are not actual folder separators. S3 just displays them as a folder in console to make it easier for a human to understand. But uh, this means like you can't truly create a folder in S3. It's just a way to show. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, the deleting all the files in a folders makes the folder disappear. So irrespective of like for example in our computer system, if we have any empty folder, it will be still visible to us. But in the case of S3, the deleting all the files in a folder will make the folder also disappear. Okay. Yeah. So uh, we will now understand about the S3 key. Okay. So keys and prefixes explained. So what is the key? So key is the complete path to our object, which I will show you. The prefix is the folder path, everything before the file name. So if file name is sales dot csv, then the prefix will be all the information before the file names. An object name will be the file name itself. Okay, so prefix are important because many AWS services can filter or trigger on the basis of prefixes, which we will do practically in our further videos. So, how to organize data in S3? So, yeah, this is the way which we organize. I will show you right now. So, bucket name, then we will have multiple folders, like for example, incoming, processing, curated, failed. All of these will have their own significances, and in we will have also the um, subdirectories also. I will show you one example. Let's create a new folder. Okay, let's name it incoming. Incoming. Okay, so we don't need to add this slashes. Okay. Mm, yeah, for now I will just create folder. Okay, now let's create daily. Okay, daily. Oh, sorry. uh, we will be creating the folder inside this daily. Yeah, 2025 2025 in add 12 month. Okay, and then we can add the date. Let's take it 26. Okay, yeah. So here we you can see the all the subdirectories and folders and all. Okay, so let's upload our files. So let's try to upload a test file. We will click on the add file. Yeah, let's select the sales.txt. Okay, yeah, let's try to upload. Yeah, so this is uploaded. Okay, so this is the destination. We will start from this bucket. The one bucket is this one. Then we have subdirectories incoming daily 25 12 26, and then this files which I have added. So let's copy the S3 key. So I have this is the S3 URI copied. Let's compare it with this one. So yeah, is here. Okay, so let's try to paste here. So yeah, this is the key which we are looking at. So yeah, this is the key. The prefix is all the part before the file name. The, this is the key, the prefix, and this is the object name. Okay, so let's log it for now. Yes. Mm, yeah. So we have learned about these organizing data in S3. Yep. So now let's start with the storage classes explained. Okay. So we have multiple storage classes: standard IA, Glacier instant, Glacier flexible, Glacier deep, archive. So all of have their features and their costing also. So the standard one is the one which is created by default. So yeah, and the access time, when the access time of any particular data is instant, then we use standard. So it varies. Okay, so it is also here mentioned like what is the best scenario when we have to use these storage classes. So for standard, the active data should be around 0 to 30 days. Standard IA 30 to 90 days. Glacier instant is 90 to 180 days. Glacier flexible is around 180 days plus, and these for years. Okay. Yeah. So which storage classes you should use? So daily or weekly, say standard. Yeah. So this is I have already explained you. Okay. So example, storing 100 GBs of log files for a year. So keep when we will keep everything in the standard bucket storage class. So the annual cost will be around $27.60. And when we'll move to old files to IA, so let's say after 30 days we will move the files to IA standard, the one which I have mentioned here. So yeah, the cost will be around 16.35, and the full cycle will be like standard to IA then Glacier over time. Then it will cost around $8.90 and will save around 68% of cost compared to this one, the standard one. So yeah, how like typical data pipeline storage strategy? What is the strategy? Yeah, so standard while actively processing and debugging for 31 to 90 days. Occasional access data will be moved, and then move to Glacier flexible for compliance and audit needs. So after 1 year, either we can delete or we can move it to Glacier deep archive. This one, Glacier deep archive. Yeah, so automating live with life cycle rules. So manually, we can move the old files, but we can also add life cycle rules to automate this. So the rule look like this. So yeah, it will automatically move the data from uh, we will upload here, then it will move to the standard IA, then Glacier, then delete the rule which is mentioned above. So we will be setting up a life cycle rule. Yeah, so why we have to use the life cycle rules? So it is obvious, like it will save our costs, and we don't have to manually delete our old files. So it will expire automatically. Is it to forget about the unused data? So we have to just set it once and forget. So the risk of billing surprises will be optimized and it will be predictable. So how we have to create a lifecycle rule. So in the AWS console, let's go to our bucket. Let's go to our bucket. So this is our bucket. Let's check for the management tab. Okay. Yeah. Now click on create lifecycle rules. Now we have to go to the create lifecycle rule. Okay. So we can take example from here. Like we can just copy and okay, let's name as auto archive data or data. Okay. Okay, so let's have this option for now, and need to add the filters. So files with prefix, this one. So in our case, it will work. Incoming. Okay. After the prefix, we will add the life cycle rule actions. So we are currently working on our current versions. So we will click on this and we'll click on the check button. Yeah, then we will move according to our example. Uh, we will first move to standard IA after 30 days, and then we will move to Glacier flexible retrieval after 90 days. So yeah, after 30 days, then we will move to Glacier flexible retrieval after 90 days. Okay, and then the Glacier deep archive after 365 days. Okay, so yeah, now we will create the rule. So it is now enabled. Okay, yeah. So yeah, understanding S3 costs. So it is around like a standard will cost you around $0.23 per GB per month, and for example 10 GB will cost you around $0.23 per month. Yeah, so there are also requests costs. So if you will request the S3 services from the any other AWS service or some uh, other language, programming language, then there are costs like thousands requests will cost you around $0.005. Yeah, so data transfer cost will be also there. So in S3, when we will transfer our data, it will cost. It will it is free, so it will cost no dollars. And out to internet, it will cost around $0.09 per GB for first 10 TBs, and within the S3 service or AWS services, it will be same free uh, across same region. So what will be a learning pipeline will cost you if you will try to have some experiment to learn these AWS services. So it will cost you around $0.40. So you can check the expected approximate costs. So storing raw data, let's say around 10 GB, it will cost you around 0.23. Storing process data around 5 GB, $0.12. Uploading files, 5,000 files, so around $0.03. Lambda reading files, so 50,000 reads will cost you around $0.202. And data transfer is unlimited, so it will be free. So yeah, we can create a functional data pipeline in around less than 50 cents while learning. Yeah, so 5 ways to keep costs low. So we can set up the lifecycle rules, delete temporary files, compress data before uploading. So smaller files will have the lower storage costs. To keep data in the same region, so data transfer within region is free. That's why. So we can use intelligent tiering for unpredictable data. So it is the option which is available in the lifecycle rules. Yeah. So here are some essential CLI commands. So I will share this docs with you. So um, you can check these CLI commands. Okay, yeah. So that's all for now. Thank you, everyone.